Every client that quits your coaching within the first 90 days costs you 10 times the amount that they paid you. Say, for example, they pay you $200 a month and they stay for 2 months. You made $400, but you spent $300 acquiring them. And then you spent another 5 to 10 hours onboarding them, setting them up, doing sales with them, writing their programs, nutrition program. That's like $500 worth of your time. And if they'd stayed for 12 months, you would have made $2,400. And they're definitely not referring. So you made $400, but you lost out on $4,000 of lost opportunities. The crazy part, most coaches think churn is just a part of the business, but it's not entirely true. It can be fixed. And I find most people are doing like 3 things wrong that if they fix them, and they're really not hard to fix, you will significantly decrease your churn and increase retention. Most clients leave because you do one of like 3 things. You confuse the fuck out of them, you don't do what you say you're going to do, and you stop talking to them. So instead of doing that, let's look at how you can fix it. So when I say you confuse people, it's likely during onboarding. When someone pays, they are like the most excited to get started, but it's also the most that you want to like overwhelm them with value so that they know they've made the right choice in you. I am the best coach ever. Take all of this information. Here's how to meal plan. Here's how to track calories. Here's your training plan. Here's how to download my really convoluted app. Here's how to write your own meal plans. Here's a 45-step guide in how to film your training sessions at the gym without people noticing. Here's how not to be cringe. All of these things that you want to overwhelm your clients with and deliver so much value. The thing is, it just confuses them. I have a client, right? And this is crazy. This is a first for me, who sets macros once every 8 weeks. My coaching brain can't comprehend that, but his clients get really good results. And I said to him, well, how the hell do you get them really good results? Especially when I was coaching, people wanted changes every other week. And he said, it's really simple. I just get them on a call and I tell them a couple of different things. How to access their program, why setting macros once every 8 weeks is a fantastic idea. And then he dumps them in a WhatsApp group. Someone who's starting in the same week and says, you guys are at the same point, be friends. Now what happens is the friends are doing a similar thing, build accountability with each other. The 8 weeks, the macro, the deficit is far enough that people can get through all of that time without plateauing, which is crazy. And they know how to access their program. It's really simple. His duration of client, his average lifetime of a client is over 1 year. He literally defines success perfectly for his clients and tells them how they can start winning really quickly and does not overwhelm them with bullshit. So the way that you can do something similar is if you sell like a higher ticket, get them on a one-on-one onboarding call. If you sell low ticket, deliver them a video or something like that that brings them up to speed really quickly. Something is better than nothing. And the easiest way to do it is just like in your CRM, have a workflow that is set for onboarding that you just dump people into it and it takes care of the rest. Books them an appointment, whatever. The next one is not doing what you say you're going to do. Now, this one's a bit of a sore one for me because growing up, I used to say I would do something and then my dad would say, you didn't do it again. So I was like, Anyway, this is literally what people pay you for. At some point in your sales pitch, you said to them, I will keep you accountable. I'm going to be the glue that holds you to your goals. And then you fall off. Let me put it this way. If they pay you a lump sum at the beginning for the first month, you're like, yeah, let's fucking go. Let's crush your goals. And then you forget about it. And you forget that they paid you a certain amount of money and you can't be bothered helping them anymore. I've been there as a coach. I know exactly the feeling you are feeling. Or maybe they pay you weekly and they start trauma dumping on you and you're like, man, for $80 a week, they should be seeing a therapist instead of me. I get it. But what they really need is a way to keep them engaged. And the way that you can do that is with a customer journey automation. You need to find your activation points where people either skyrocket in progress or they dip off and start to churn out. Those activation points are where you want to trigger valuable information. For example, that onboarding call is a trigger point. It is an activation point. If you tell them how to succeed, they're going to be more likely to succeed. At week 3, they may need a refresher on how to check in because they missed week 2. If at week 6 that you ask for a referral, that's a good activation point because they're starting to see some success. It gives you opportunity to say, hey, do you want to bring someone into the fold and go on this journey with you? Find the activation point and automate a message that is simple. You only need like 5 or 6 of these, but keeps the client engaged. And you do what you're going to say you're going to do, which is keep them accountable alongside all of the other coaching that you do. And the last one, I guarantee we are all also guilty of, and it's you stop talking to them. It sounds hilarious, but when it comes to coaching, there is this natural fade off where you've gone through the honeymoon period with a client, you've got them some good results, they're starting to see results, and you start to lower your communication. The biggest cardinal sin a coach, I think, can make is saying that they're available 24/7. Let me explain to you why that's a really bad idea to make yourself available 24/7, and then we'll move into how to fix it. I see it with every coach, every new coach, and even coaches who have, 500, 600, 700 clients say that they're available 24/7. What that says to me is if I pay $100 a week, I can have access to you at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. That's crazy. What that says to me is, as a client, is your time's not valuable. So I'm going to take, and overtake, and potentially set a bad expectation for myself, thinking you'll always be there. And when you need to take time to pull back, you're not there. And I think, oh, well, Matt no longer talks to me. I'm not going to be coached by him anymore. He doesn't care. No, that's not how it works. Your time is valuable. If you value your time anywhere from, say you do $80 an hour sessions, I think you should double it, $160 an hour. If you value your time at that, then your time at 3 o'clock in the morning should be worth like triple to quadruple that, because nothing is worth you waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to reply to a coaching message. The way that I suggest to solve this is by a two-phase approach. Have office hours where you are available to your clients to jump into a Zoom anytime. There may be another client in there, they can meet, say hello, whatever, or in person if you're coaching in person, and say you're available from 4 till 6 on a Wednesday. That's great. That's enough time for them to jump in and ask questions. Then also set a cadence of when they can expect responses from you. For example, if they send you a message at Monday at 3 p.m, they can expect to have a message by Tuesday back at 3 p.m. 24 hours is usually a pretty good time. You can do 48 hours too. One way to assist this is creating like a custom GPT that you can give them access to. If you haven't used a custom GPT before, you can preload it full of information about you, your coaching, your delivery, the way that you would substitute in foods, etc. And you can give them access to it. You say, hey, outside of office hours, or if you're waiting for a response, put your question into this custom GPT, see what it says. It might give you an answer. It might be a simple question like, oh, I've got 400 calories left for the day. I don't know what to eat. And it will give you some suggestions. Or how do I accommodate for, I had 16 vodka cranberries last night. How do I fix that for the rest of the week? It will give them a solution that is dialed in on your knowledge and gets them, making decisions for themselves quicker, which is exactly what you want them to be doing. So those are the three major things that I see kill retention. All three of them can have systems around them that lift them up instead of replacing them entirely or just like not doing them at all. And if you want help building some systems into your business, I primarily focus on building sales systems. So I build CRMs, build out nurture sequences, calendars, appointments, all that kind of stuff, and also onboarding and fulfillment automation. So if you need someone to help you out with that, please inquire below. I also have a sequence that you can go through. It's like 5 days long. It's nothing crazy, of like different sections of the business that I would automate. So I would jump in that if you want more information, do that. Anyway, do we like this new style video instead of just straight up tutorials? I think this problem-based content is going to be the direction that I'm heading in anyway. So if you don't like it, peace.